A lot of people shy away from getting their images taken or professional images taken, and to have it presented at this kind of a venue at a fairly lower cost versus going to other studios to get professional headshots done. I think that's the key. I think from a interviewer's perspective, I think it's nice to see somebody kind of polished up a little bit and presented versus just having a shabby old family group shot cut out. So I think
or a wedding shot or whatever.
It makes a big difference to have that kind of a professional.
So one of the other things we do at our career day, at our career fair, that really makes it exceptional, besides having the recruiters and the panels and the keynotes, one of the services that we're providing is resume review. And so you bring your resume and then you have an expert look at it, advise you on it. And we had Meryl Rutman come today and review some quite a number of resumes today.
Yes.
And really appreciate your coming. And would you just tell us a little bit about what you do, what kind of the process is, about how you handle that?
Thank you. It was my pleasure to be here. Let me say that, and it's a fine organization, and I was impressed with the quality of the panel that you had up there today. Some really good questions, good answers. I am a resume writer and a job search coach. I help people get down on paper the value, the benefits that they provide to a prospective employer. Prepare a package of job search documentation, starting with a resume and building from there into a cover letter, a marketing letter, and a one-page profile. The profile is like a mini resume, and it's used to accompany the marketing letter, which I can talk about in detail if you'd like, and also a LinkedIn profile summary. Okay, the latter of which I build on the basis of a value proposition, the value that the individual brings to a potential employer. Okay? Lack of a summary comes to the top of the list. Okay, people will put an objective down, and quite frankly, to be blunt about it, nobody cares about your objective. Only you care about your objective, but no potential employer is really interested in that at this stage of the game, at the point where he's reviewing resumes to see who he wants to interview.
Okay.
In lieu of that, we want to put a summary down, and the summary needs to cover some really important points. Essentially, the summary gives the hiring official everything that he needs to know about you, the job applicant, without having to read through the details of the resume. The hiring official is that gentleman or lady up there in the corner office with the title of executive VP or something like that, that makes that final decision of which candidate is going to be hired. And he or she has already been informed by their subordinate managers that this particular candidate or these candidates are great, that they meet all the requirements, they're technically qualified. And now he or she wants to read in one succinct paragraph what it is that this candidate is all about. Wants to know a little bit about the credibility through, we do that through a, hate to use the word track record, but a career record of accomplishment, what the accomplished, and over a very broad statement of the accomplishments over the career of the individual. Then those are accomplishments for customers, for clients, for companies, not personal accomplishments.
Okay.
Want to have a notion of the personality that the individual brings. Personality is not equal to work ethic. Who you are in terms of if you walk into a room, if you're meeting with people, how you come across.
All right.
Outgoing? Are you friendly? Are you kind? Are you generous? Personality attributes. Okay. The summary.
That's the summary.
We also want to have in there a brief statement of what I call passion. Why do you do this work? What is it that drives you to do this kind of work, besides the pay and the benefits? What do you get inside psychically?
Mhm.
And I'd like to see a very, very brief sentence, a line and a half, of why you do, what do you get?
Yeah.
I'm a hiring authority now, and I want to know. I want to be able to visualize this guy or this gal before he or she comes into the office.
Okay.
I want to know what I'm getting here.
All right.
The other things that I find in resumes are a hodgepodge of responsibilities and duties and discrete accomplishments, all hodgepodge, all together.
Mhm.
And they need to be separate because these are two separate considerations. We need to talk about what your duties and responsibilities were in a particular position,
Mhm.
and then talk about 1, 2, or 3 discrete accomplishments that you've had. No more than 3. We don't want a lot of bullets here. Just even 2 are just fine. Even 1 is just fine. But we want to talk about that accomplishment in problem, action, result format.
Mhm.
PAR, problem, action, result.
Okay.
So if you've had an accomplishment that you're proud of, you took some action and you got a result, and you know what that is, you can easily write that down.
Mhm.
What is going to cause you to do some extra thinking, however, is a description of the problem, the P in the PAR. Okay? Unfortunately, that problem part is the most important part. And why is that? Well, if you make a statement of an action and a result that you got, and it lands on the desk of a hiring authority, he or she looks at it and said, that's nice, okay, that's fine, but as far as I'm concerned, I've never met this individual, and that's just an unsubstantiated claim. It might be true, it probably is true, but it's just a claim at this point. Okay?
All right.
But if you talk about the problem, the business problem, and talk in terms of business logic, and that hiring authority recognizes that class of problem as one that he or she deals with, then the immediate conclusion is, oh, this person speaks our language. He gets it. And look what you've accomplished in your resume. You put that thought in the head of the hiring authority before you even stepped into the office.
Okay.
Okay? So those are the things that are missing, that I see that are typically missing in resumes.
All right. And
I thought the panel was excellent. From what I heard, I came in late. You know, we had the snowstorm, and I came in late. But from what I heard, it was excellent. And I thought the questions were very good questions, and I thought they were answered very well.
okay.
I was just like this because I wanted to get up there because I wanted to be in that panel and answer those questions.
Mhm.
So, but I thought all the panels were fine.
All right.
You know,
And as a service from PMI New Jersey to its members, what do you feel about the career fairs? The career fairs like this.
From what I can see, they're very worthwhile.
Okay. All right. Very cool. I would be honored if you would take a look at my own resume, because I'm certainly on the search, and I'd love for you to give me a critique and let me know what I could do better.
Sure,
All right.
glad to.